Chaitanya Mai Satya Mai Parame Vari Ananda Mai Chaitanya Mai Satya Mai Paramesh Hari. What a bliss. So much bliss, so much ananda. All this here is dream. And the people say to you, do this, do that. You have to control this. You have to act like that. Don't do this, don't do that. But it's all in the dream. All that they say is in a dream. They themselves are in a dream. You are in a dream. I am in a dream. There's no control in a dream. There's nothing to do in a dream, but the dream does you. You don't dream. You don't do the dream does you. How can you control it? Sorry. It will wake you up when it gets tough, when the nightmare arrives. The nightmare will wake you up. You cannot wake yourself up in a dream because you are out of order. You are a fish on the hook. You are nothing. You are just a piece of dust floating around in the dream world of someone else than that you are. You are dreamt, and someone else dreams you. That someone else is the reality that you are. That's not you. You are not that someone else, but that someone else is you. It plays you. It plays and it makes things up, and you are the object. And an object can never do anything. That's your freedom. As long as you are here around and you see things around, you sit in your dream and you are free. Because you cannot do anything. And when you have the realization that you are the dreamer, the real you, that other you that dreams this, then when you are that, you realize that, you also are free. Because then you can decide how to dream, what to dream, and to stop dreaming. So you always are free. As an object, because you cannot do anything, you are free from doing. And as a subject, because you are free to do everything. Stupid game, funny game, an idiot game, call it what you want. You cannot cough because you want to cough and control the cough. It's coming. You cannot go to sleep, you fall asleep. You cannot go and love someone, you fall in love. Everything happens to you. It's just a dream. You are dreamt. Don't think that you can handle anything. It's the one dreaming you that determines what's happening. So you are free as object, and when you see you are the subject, dreamer, you are still even more free. No, free is free. You are free to do, to dream or to stop dreaming. And when you are dreamt, you cannot do anything. You are not able to do it. So still you are free because you cannot do anything. That's also freedom. Nothing to do except it or okay, blah blah blah. The dreamer sees the dreamt person trying to get out, but the dreamt person isn't doing it. And the dreamer is not ready to take you out of the dream because it's going on. It's put in a way to move, and it will move until the end. Free and free. Okay. As a matter of fact, you send yourself into the dream. There's only one, but it is divided in dreamer and dreamt object. There is subject and object, but that's one. Although the object cannot do anything, it's helpless. So when you feel helpless, it's inside a glowing feeling of trying to get help, and then you can direct yourself to the dreamer. That's your real self. So as a matter of fact, you pray to God to help you, and it is you, object, wanting to get out, and you pray to your own deeper self. And that self will guide you to come out, because you cannot come out. You are helpless. A helpless one, deep down in a hole, cannot get out. There's the feeling that it wants to get out, but it cannot. It needs help. So it starts to yell, help, help. And then help comes. A sort of game it is. So your real self sends you in situations and teaches you to understand that you cannot act as you want, as you wish. It teaches you to lay down and to surrender. So that is also coming in the dream, the form of surrender. Surrender to the self that you are. Surrender to you. You surrender to you. But it's not your doing. It's the real you making it appear as that you are helpless and need to get out of this misery, because the real self sends you into a misery state. It's one time good and one time bad, and it gets so boring and so deep painful that you won't really inside the feeling gets awake to get out. It's not your doing. It is the circumstances in the dream. The dream makes you want to get out. And not anybody is ready to feel that. There are a lot of people in the dream, they are very deep asleep and they are enjoying themselves and they have plans and they think they can control. That's very deep in the dream. But when you have had enough of all those trouble and pain and then something awakens inside. That's the real self, the dreamer into the dreamed object starts to awaken to itself. And you cannot do anything but do as it comes up. When it comes up to pray, to get out, then it comes up to surrender and to try to get out, but it's not your doing. It is taking place. It is the real self that plays that it is lost and tries to get home. It's only one self, but it plays. It is going astray and turning home. That subject playing object, and the object becomes open to the subject, and then it's merging. But still, both are free. You cannot help it if you want to wake up. You cannot help it if you want to continue dreaming and enjoying the dream. And things that appear like a good meal and vacation, but also the loss of things that's in the dream. And that will make you want to get out. It's not you, but the circumstances. The dream itself will make you to want to wake up, the feeling inside to, I had enough. And then it will happen. Once you feel it is enough, I want to get up, it will happen. Oh yes. But you are free. Free all the time, as dreamt one and as dreamer. There's only one. Haha. Be happy. Whatever happens, it's not your doing. As person, it's enough. When the feeling it's enough rises, it is enough. You will be awake. Okay. If you remain silent, then you are not in the moving, vibrating sector. And that's what you long for. When you are in the vibrating sector, the being someone, you long for peace and silence. And still, you go on moving. That's a force so strong inside. That's the ego. Ego is the vibrating part of the silence. And the vibrating part is not reality, because it is not a part of silence. Silence cannot vibrate. Then it is not silence. But we all seem to go in the movement, the actions, the vibrating side of the creation. And once we are there, we believe it so strongly that we want to be there, we want to stay. We are curious. What's going to happen tomorrow? Or what's over there? I want to know. No, I want to be in the silence. I am not moving. I am silent. I will not speak. I will not think. I just be the self, the silent, eternal self. So that's what you want. Not 1 second later, vibration starts. Because it's not up to you. You cannot decide to act or not, because you are moved about. The silence is the only eternal reality, the not moving silence. And that's what you long for. It started to dream, it moved, and the moving part wants to be back home in the silence. That's all inside you, the object of the dream. You are the object of the silence of yourself. Object cannot do anything. The pot on the table cannot move, although it wants to be back in the box with the other pots. No, it cannot move, only when you put it in the box. So you are object. You are depending on the silence inside, whenever it is time to stay in silence. But then you have to go, because you are so used to be in this state, you don't want to go. Yeah, you want to go, but you want to stay. So that's the duality of the dream. The dreamer dreams this all. And in the dreamer, there is something moving. It is not the dreamer itself. It cannot move. The dreamer cannot do anything. But something inside is moving, and it finds out that it will not find itself in the moving part of itself, which is not reality, because silence cannot move. The moving part is not real, so you are not real. Inside is the silence, eternal being. And whatever happens in the moving part, no one can stop it, because it's a dream. Dream cannot stop itself. It cannot want anything. It cannot act. It can just be dream. And it doesn't even know it's a dream. That's what's the trouble. We think we are real and we are doing things. That's our problem. But it's not your problem. It's a problem of the dream. So leave it. Be silent. That's the only thing that is you, your reality. Silence. And the silence can enjoy whatever dream pops up. It doesn't change the silence. That's you. It's not your fault what thoughts arise. You don't do your thinking. You are being thought. You are the content of thoughts. Thoughts are not in you. You are in thoughts, because you don't exist. Only in the thoughts, in the idea, in the play of the dreamer. There you exist as dreamt thing, dreamt object. It's not your fault how moves, what you move or what you think or what you say. It is the dreamer that plays the role and dreams you. You are really not guilty. It is not your doing what thoughts rise up. You are the instrument of the one dreaming you. The flute cannot help what melody is played, or it is false or nice. It's not the fault of the flute. No, of course not. Well, you are the flute that's been played by the divine dreamer. The dreamer plays the melody and you dance, but it's not your doing. You are being done. You are done. With finished. You are finished. It doesn't matter, because you were never there. It's just a play in a melody. It's a divine melody playing all the songs and the music. How can the music be guilty? It's so funny. Sorry. The music cannot be guilty. The one playing plays it like that. But there's no one that says it's wrong or right. It's not nice, because then it is in the music itself. And there is no one judging. And the dreamer, the player itself, doesn't judge. There is nothing but what appears. It seems to be. You seem to be. It's free. That's your freedom. Even if you think you are really here, it feels like that. It is not your fault what you feel or think. It's never your fault. It's seen from a great place there is nothing in. So it starts to imagine there are some things in. And you are one of those imagined things. And all the others around you, be it nice or angry or bad, it doesn't matter for the one dreaming it, because it experiences it as a play. And when you think you are really in there, oh my goodness, I don't know how to behave. Maybe I should do that. No. Oh, I am so afraid to do wrong, and then they will, that's what mind does. But it also appears in the dreamer. It's not your mind, it's the dreamer enjoying all this. Now you are free, okay? You were free as dreamt one, but also as dreamer. And all of it is not even existing. There's only the peace of silence, but it knows the silence now. When it goes in the noise, then it knows the silence. That's your bliss. Don't worry about having to disappear because you are not here. It doesn't exist. Only silence, emptiness, everlasting. And in it seems to appear a movement. And the movement wants to be silent, so the movement has to disappear. But it was just a play, it's not real. Silence cannot move. It's not hard to know that. Emptiness cannot be filled up. It's all a lie. It's not real. You don't exist. What is knowing this is the silence inside, is the emptiness inside, expressing itself as emptiness and silence. And playing, it is moving and making sound. That's what is all. It's a play and it is not true. So when you think you are in the play, you feel a restlessness inside. You want to be what you are. And that is silence. So that what moves and makes noise and sounds has to disappear. And that makes a strange, frightened feeling. But on the other side, there is this longing to disappear. That's the duality. But don't be worried, don't be afraid. You cannot disappear because you are not. Are you afraid to fall asleep? No, you love it. Because that's the only real state that you know. That's what you are. The deep sleep state where nothing exists. That's you. But no form is visible and no noise and sound is heard. It's the deepest rest and peace ever. And that's what you are. We are thrown in a dream, in a sleep state. We are waking up in the morning in a dream state. And we want to be happy and we search happiness in a dream state. It is a dream state, searching for happiness in a dream state. But something inside knows. and that is the dreamer. That's what you are. You are the dreamer, and the dreamer is depending on the dream, and the dream is depending on the dreamer. Both are not real. It's just movements, apparently, but it is in fact, it's only silence, emptiness. Oh goodness, my goodness, I feel it. And all the rest what appears, it's just images, imagination. It's not real. Whether you think it gives you happiness or it gives you pain, that also is dreamt happiness and dreamt pain, because you are dreamt. Oh my goodness. You are nothingness. Nothing, no thing. Eternal. That's the bliss, the ananda of knowing what you are. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is being, and Chit is knowing that you are. That you are that emptiness, and that gives the bliss and the ananda. That's your reality. Enjoy it eternally. Happy, happy, happy. Anandamai, Chaitanyamai, Satyamai, Parameshwari. Ananda is bliss, Chaitanya is consciousness, Satya is truth, and Parameshwara is the energy, the divine energy. Anandamai, Chaitanyamai, Satyamai, Parameshwari. a form of bliss in consciousness, happiness, truth. Parameshwari, bliss, awareness of bliss.